would happen. Now, again, not seeing any debris signature on radar with it right now, which of course is a very good sign. So while the storm is rotating, it is radar indicated rotation. Again, not getting any radar confirmation of a tornado on the ground. This is for a storm that is continuing to track off to the east at around 25 miles an hour. And again, we'll put a storm track on that so that we can kind of get an idea on how this storm will be moving over the next half hour or so. So with that easterly track at about 25 miles an hour, that is going to move it off towards Bud as we get to 6:18, Sageville by the time we get to 6:34, Edmore by 6:39, Grant River Recreation Area by the time we get to 6:44. So if you are in any of those areas or areas near them that are under that tornado warning, we are again going to urge you to get to your safe place, get to your basement. If your house does not have a basement, some other places you can go down to, or that you can go to, would include the lowest level of your home, and get as many walls between you and the outside as you can. That could be a bathroom, it could be a closet. Ideally getting to a place that has no windows and is, again, an interior part of your home. When you go to your safe place, whether it is your basement or whether it is your closet or other part of your home, again, make sure that you bring a bike helmet, some pillows, some blankets, something that you can put over yourself to keep you protected, and also make sure that you are wearing a good pair of shoes. If there is debris that happens to get tossed around during the storm, then you are going to want to have a good pair of shoes on to ensure that you don't have any cuts or punctures on feet walking out after the storm. But again, this is for a storm that does have radar indicated rotation. Have not seen any debris signatures showing up on it yet, but this is also a part of this larger complex of showers and storms that has been moving through eastern Iowa, and we're starting to get a little more scattered development as well as we look across the greater TV9 viewing area. That scattered activity popping up around Cedar Rapids and then stretching south towards Iowa City and Washington. Those storms are not severe warned, but you are still going to want to keep an eye on radar and have ways to receive warnings as we go through the rest of our evening. And again, we will continue to keep tabs on these storms as they are moving through the area. That is, and we will stay on the air with you as we continue to track this tornado-warned storm as it continues to track to just to the north of the Dubuque area. We are also starting to see some more scattered shower and storm activity developing around this storm. And sometimes you can get this activity that does disrupt the circulation within the parent storm a bit, but as we have a look at what's going on with the rotation within the storm right now, again, you can see there's a primary area of rotation, and what we're looking for here is where those reds and those greens, those two colorations, are coming close to each other. So again, we've got some broad rotation with this storm right now, currently in the Bankston area over near Asbury Road, and this storm is tracking off to the east. As it does so, it will be moving towards 5 Points, then towards Asbury, Sageville, Sherrill, and Rose, and that will be over the next half hour or so. So for those who are under this tornado warning, again, take it seriously. We do have radar indicated rotation with this storm as it is moving through. And we'll have a look at our tornado debris detection to see if there's any debris signature. There is not. What we would be looking for is a blue dot somewhere within this area of kind of uniform colored red and purple. If this storm were to have a debris signature, we'd be looking for a little blue dot somewhere in the general vicinity of where that rotation is as we go back and have a look at where that rotation is, where the reds and the greens are close together. However, again, we are not seeing that, so we are seeing that radar indicated rotation where the red and the green coloration are kind of close to each other, but no debris signature. Again, a good sign with this storm for those who are in the path of it. Regardless, make sure that, again, you're taking this seriously. As this tornado-warned storm tracks through Dubuque County, you're going to want to make sure that you are getting down to your basement, get to your safe place, and stay there until this storm has passed. The other thing that we are keeping an eye on with this storm and these other storms that are a part of this larger thunderstorm complex is, again, very heavy rainfall. We had very heavy rainfall that came through this morning and dropped several inches of rain. In fact, the Dubuque area specifically did set a new daily record at their airport for daily rainfalls. As of 11 a.m., they were at 4 8/8500ths of an inch. And again, that is just for one day of rainfall. So they are, of course, picking up more now as we speak. So with these storms, there's of course, the tornado threat that we are on the air with you for right now, but also a flash flood warning that we are keeping tabs on that is in effect in Clayton County until 8:15. With this storm, not only is there a tornado warning, but there is also a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued, and that is for, again, that thunderstorm capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour winds and some small hail also possible with it. And as mentioned, motion with this storm off to the east at around 25 miles an hour, which as that storm does continue to track off in that direction, we will get a storm track on it here and have a look at where it will be tracking over the next half hour or so as this tornado warned storm does continue to track off towards the Mississippi River. So as it does track off in that general direction, we'll be watching for this storm to move towards 5 points by the time we get to 6:17, Asbury by 6:27, Sageville by 6:34, Gray Park by the time we get to 6:35, and Edmore by the time we get to 6:37. So again, this is, we're on the air with you right now for a storm that does have a tornado warning with it. And it will remain in effect for about another 40 minutes. It remains in effect until 6:45 in Dubuque County. So we will stay with you on the air until this storm continues to track across the Mississippi River and is out of the area and is no longer a threat to the TV9 viewing area. So with this storm, again, part of a larger area of showers and storms that we were tracking through the afternoon that tracked across the northern half of the viewing area through Waterloo, Olwine, and Manchester, and then has again worked its way towards the Mississippi River now, and one of these storms has started to rotate enough that the National Weather Service did issue a tornado warning for it. We do have a report of a rotating wall cloud reported northeast of Farley. So again, if you are in the path of this storm, take it seriously. Have not seen any reports yet of any tornado on the ground, but this is still a rotating thunderstorm that is capable of producing a tornado. So if you are in the path of it, take it seriously. Get down to your safe place. That would be a basement, or if your house does not have a basement, again, that could include the lowest level of your home in an interior room. The idea behind that is to get as many walls between you and the outside as you can, as many layers of protection should there be debris that flies around and hits your house. When you go down to your safe place, make sure that you are taking things with you like a good pair of shoes, bike helmet to cover your head with, as well as blankets or pillows to, again, keep your body protected in the event that there's flying debris that ends up impacting you. Again, this is for a storm, and this is all for this storm that is currently in Dubuque County. Across the rest of the TV9 viewing area, not looking at any active warnings or warned storms, but we are starting to see more scattered activity that is developing down near Iowa City and Washington. Some of those showers and storms could have locally heavy downpours, so you'll want to make sure that you are stepping inside as those storms track towards you as well. Turning our attention back over to this storm in Dubuque County, again, this is a tornado warning that is in effect until 6:45 for a thunderstorm that has rotation with it. Have not gotten any reports of a tornado on the ground. We do have a report of a rotating wall cloud that was reported to the northeast of Farley. This storm does have rotation within it as we have a look at that. Again, there's the idea of what we're looking for here is that where these reds and green where the red and green coloration kind of comes together. That's going to be your area that you are watching for that could have some of that rotation within that storm. So you can see your reds and greens just to the north of Centralia that are there close to each other. This is going to be one of the spots we are watching for within this storm where there is that rotation that could lead to a tornado. That if it were to drop one, that would be the area that we're watching for. And again, although this storm is rotating, we have not seen any reports yet of a tornado on the ground. We also have not seen a debris signature with this storm. So with our, again, debris detection here, what we would be watching for is as a little blue or gray dot somewhere within this area of red and yellow, but we're not seeing that right now, which again indicates that this storm, while it is rotating, is not lofting debris into the air, which would suggest that there is not a tornado on the ground, and we have not seen any reports of a tornado yet that would suggest that is there. But again, you are going to want to take things seriously if you are in the path of this storm. go ahead and get down to your safe place, and that safe place could include your basement. It could include, if your house does not have a basement, it would be, if it doesn't have a basement, it would be an interior room, whether that is a closet, a bathroom. You'll want to make sure it does not have any windows. Get as many walls between you and the outside as you can, and make sure that you are, again, out of the way of this storm, and most importantly, not outside, as these showers and storms are continuing to track through the area. Again, these storms, or the storm that we are on the air with you for right now, is part of a larger complex of showers and storms that we have been watching, that have been tracking through eastern Iowa this afternoon and this evening. But recently we did have the storm in Dubuque County that first had a severe thunderstorm warning and then had a tornado warning that was issued along with it. But again, with this tornado warning, it is radar indicated. It is in effect until 6:45, and it is impacting Dubuque County. We will be continuing to stay on the air with you as it tracks towards the Mississippi River until it tracks out of our viewing area and is no longer a threat to the TV9 viewing area.
Can you guys switch to Max 3, please?
There we go. There we go. We've now switched over to Max 3. We've got meteorologist Joe Winters and meteorologist Corey Thompson that have both joined us in the weather lab to help with coverage on this storm. I know, Corey, you've been looking at city cams. Have you seen anything yet that might indicate rotation within this storm in the area?
Excuse me, AJ. No, not at the moment, but keeping a close eye, trying to pan around and take a look at the different elements of the storm from our Piasta City Cam, and it'll come into the view of our Dubuque City Cam here in a little bit as well. Joe, you're getting checked in on radar. What do you see from up there?
Well, I've been noticing, AJ, and you can confirm or not, I've been listening to your coverage on the way in. Broad rotation, really nothing tight as far as what you would see normally at times during a tornado warning like this, but rotation there, yes, but really no confirmation at all, any damage or any real tight rotation on the storm that you've seen. Is that correct?
That is correct, and that's what we've been watching with this storm as it has tracked across Dubuque County. There is rotation with it. In fact, the initial severe thunderstorm did have a tornado tag because there was rotation with it, but we're still seeing what we've continued to see as we have watched this storm evolve over the last 15 to 20 minutes. Yes, the rotation is there. You can see it there on radar, where the spot that we're watching is this area where these reds and greens are kind of close to each other, but it's very broad in nature. We haven't seen much in the way of tightening up that would suggest that the storm might imminently produce a tornado, but the rotation is there. Again, we did have a report of a wall cloud to the northeast of Farley, so that would also suggest this storm is rotating, but it's a broad rotation.
And Weather Service is reporting, and this was just about a minute ago, circulation has weakened a lot, maybe canceling that warning soon, which should not be uncommon. As you see, this again has not produced anything in the way of any reported tornado at all, just some broad rotation in the storm as well. As we take a look back on Max 1, you'll see where that storm is. You do notice again on Max 1, if we can go. There's Max 1. You can see the red box. That's the tornado warning itself. There's a severe thunderstorm. That includes the city of Dubuque. Again, this area of storms continue to move through the Bankston area now, moving ahead to the east of Holy Cross, heading up toward Balltown, heading toward Sageville as well. And just to give you a wide picture as well of what we're seeing. Flash flood. You had talked about this during the news, AJ, moving across areas of southern Clayton County. That flash flood warning still in effect as well as those storms continue to move toward the Mississippi. And then there's scattered activity elsewhere, back south of areas of south of Manchester, through areas of Lynn County, all the way back now, as we can see, down toward Washington. Some thunderstorms are popping up as well. So activity we can expect as we move through the remainder of the afternoon hours. Atmosphere unstable enough. We still have plenty of moisture around today, despite the fact that we had the huge heavy rain event that moved through a good share of eastern Iowa earlier this morning to still trigger some of those showers and storms.
Absolutely, and we talked a little bit about that yesterday on the evening newscast, where once those showers and storms from this morning moved out, if we were able to get enough sunshine to come through, and if the clouds broke up early enough, we could get enough daytime heating to see those showers and storms develop, and that is exactly what happened. The sun came out, warmed us up just enough, and these showers and storms initially started off tracking along areas generally along and north of Highway 20, and then as they approached the Mississippi River again, they entered an environment environment that was favorable for one of the storms to start rotating, and that is where we are now, tracking this storm that's got rotation with it, radar indicated, but there is that tornado warning on it as a result. But the other thing with these storms is, again, that flash flood risk, and like Joe mentioned, it's part of the reason for that is because very heavy rain has come through already, and it's just more rain that's getting added on top of that that we are continuing to monitor, and why we're continuing to watch for that flash flood warning that has been issued again in Clayton County, and looks like it has been extended now into portions of Grant County.
Into southwest areas of Wisconsin, of course. Wisconsin hard hit, especially in the Milwaukee area, with some very, very heavy rains on the overnight hours and morning hours of today as well. They don't need any more rain up there. They certainly will see it. We've seen plenty of rain around here in spots, but still through our nighttime hours into Monday, that chance of showers and storms remains. I think the severe threat, very, very isolated in nature. The heavy rain threat certainly is the most prominent or primary threat that we're seeing, and we continue to watch those storms moving through northern areas of Dubuque County. Now, some cells moving through the city of Dubuque as well. Corey, you taking a look. What are you seeing right now on any of their city cams?
A little bit of heavier rain moving through the Dubuque area. It's obscuring our view a little bit as that storm that has the tornado warning with it approaches from the west. But you can see heavy rain coming down. If we take a look at Max 2 real quick, we can see our view from our Dubuque City cam. It is looking through that rain. Seeing the clouds off to the west, it does look ominous, but at this point, much what you guys have been seeing. No imminent obvious signs of immediate tornadic danger, and it looks like they may have just let go of that tornado warning. Based on, am I mistaken?
They talked about canceling it soon. I have not seen anything yet on a cancellation.
Okay, I may have got ahead of myself there a little bit, but yeah, that's what we're seeing from Dubuque at this point, which is good news, of course.
Oh, wholeheartedly. What are we looking at? Still that same type rotation we've been seeing, AJ, in the storm as it developed?
Absolutely, and if we can take a look at Max 3 really quick with our radar, we can get a look at that rotation and what the current status is on it. The area of rotation within this storm currently sitting over 5 points, but it is a broad area of rotation, and that's what we've continued to see as we've gone through this evening and watched this storm evolve. Yes, it's rotating. That's why the initial severe thunderstorm warning did have that rotation with it. There was mention that the rotation was weakening, and if I'm seeing it correctly, it looks like they might have just dropped. Yes, it does look like they have just canceled that tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning as well.
So all of that is canceled for Dubuque County, which is certainly some good news. That doesn't mean there aren't showers and storms that remain across the area. They certainly do, and they're scattered. We have that Clayton County flash flood warning in effect until 8:15. Scattered areas of showers and storms all the way down toward Washington.
Absolutely, but we will continue to keep track of these storms as we go through the rest of our night. Joe, Corey, thank you both for coming in to help out with this. It was very much appreciated. And again, we will continue to keep you up to date with these showers and storms, and as necessary, we will be cutting in if any new warnings are issued.
Severe weather on KCRG-TV 9, sponsored by AmeriClean.